Warning. The following reading contains mature content, such as blood and gore, murder, and horror elements. Viewers' discretion is advised. 10 Little Ponies by Forefront 1. Chapter 6. And then there were 4. The group stared at one another intently, eyes wide in shock. "Has anyone seen Fluttershy?" Celestia asked, hoping for an answer. The group shook their heads in reply.
"Not since the lights went out in the first place."
Oh, sorry.
"Never mind that," Luna said, laying a hoof on Pinkie's shoulder. "At this point, we are all now trapped in a castle with a psychopath intent on killing us all. We need a plan." Luna's right. At this point, all signs point to Fluttershy as the killer. I suggest we take the only hunch we have.
I agree. Plus, if one of us turns out to be the killer, then the other 3 can stop her,
she said, shooting a quick glance to Pinkie Pie.
That's right! I'm in!
She declared, putting a hoof in the middle of the group.
"Let's do this!"
Applejack chimed in, putting her hoof in as well. "It's now or never," Celestia added, laying her hoof on top of the others. "We are not going to die tonight. Not on my watch," Luna said, joining the other 3. The group cheered with enthusiasm and lifted their hooves in the air. They looked around the rest of the room with determination as they planned their next step.
So, what now?
The group traveled through the castle together, still skeptical of each other's innocence, as they searched for Fluttershy. They called out to her multiple times at first, with no response. After a while, they decided it was a fruitless effort and continued on in silence. With no way to track her down, the group began to lose hope.
Do you think she made it out?
I don't think so. Besides, if she is the killer, then why would she want to leave?
So what exactly are we going to do when we find her?
We should question her calmly. We don't want her to suspect anything. And besides, she might not be the killer. Agreed. We need her alive if she is innocent. The group continued to walk through the hallways without another sound coming from anyone. It must have been sometime in the early morning, still before dawn, but the hunt was still far from over. As much as they hated to admit it, the poem still called for the death of 4 more ponies. They knew that only one person would make it out alive. After a few more moments of searching, a muffled cry for help was heard coming from down the hallway.
Can anyone else hear that?
Pinkie Pie asked, looking around.
"It sounds like it's coming from that door down there,"
Applejack said, pointing down the hallway. The group quickly ran down to the door and surrounded it. The muffled cry was heard again, coming from right behind the door. That must be her. Taking a deep breath, Pinkie Pie walked up to the door and put a hoof on the handle. She closed her eyes and quickly threw open the door. Inside was a coat closet with some of Twilight's winter coats. On the ground was a toppled bookshelf, most likely put away for storage, and a few coats lying on the ground. Suddenly, the pile of coats shifted and the muffled noises came again.
"Fluttershy!"
Applejack said, quickly picking up the coats. Fluttershy was face down on the ground, trapped underneath the weight of the bookshelf. She struggled to free herself, but the shelf would not budge despite her efforts.
"Luna, help me lift this up!"
Applejack said, trying to lift the shelf up. It was heavy, but the combined efforts of the farmer and the alicorn were enough to put the shelf upright. Once the shelf was standing up, the group once again looked to Fluttershy. The Pegasus struggled to stand, breathing heavily from her struggling.
You alright, Sugarcube?
Applejack asked, holding a hoof out to her friend. Fluttershy looked at Applejack's gesture, and then quickly looked to the rest of the group. Her eyes shot fully open, and she bolted out from the closet, pushing past the others. She quickly ran down the hallway and turned left without a second thought. "She's getting away!" Luna yelled, as she began to run after Fluttershy. The group sprinted after Luna, trying to catch up to the Pegasus. As fast as Luna was running, Fluttershy was always just out of reach. The group could tell that they were headed back to the main room, and they didn't want to lose her there. As the group turned another corner, their faces fell as Fluttershy was nowhere to be seen. They could still hear her hoofsteps, so they knew the chase was still on. "Everyone split up!" Luna shouted, continuing to sprint ahead. Celestia and Applejack turned down the left and right hallways, respectively, and Pinkie Pie turned back around to see if she could find another way. They continued to dash around looking for Fluttershy, but it looked like she had eluded them. Fluttershy ran at speed she rarely reached as she bolted from the group. She didn't know how long she had been stuck in the closet, but she knew she had to get away from the others. She wasn't sure what would happen when they found her, but she feared the worst. She knew she just had to make it until the morning, however long it would take. Applejack couldn't believe what was happening. She was sprinting down the halls as fast as she could, chasing down Fluttershy like she was a criminal. Fluttershy, one of the sweetest, most innocent, and kindest ponies she knew. Plus, the group was split up once again, with little knowledge of how to meet up again. The killers still yet to be identified. They were all in the final hours of the night. It was 4 versus 1, but Applejack still felt that this was all too easy, too convenient, too safe. Luna was right behind her. Every corner she turned, she saw the end of Fluttershy's tail quickly dart behind a corner. Her heart was pounding at rates she wasn't normally used to, but she pressed on, staying one turn behind Fluttershy. "Fluttershy, stop running!" The Pegasus made no indication that she heard the princess, or that she cared. As they kept running, Luna's vision began to blur as she was being pushed to her limit, and Fluttershy's gain on her began to grow. With a few deep breaths, Luna picked up her pace to keep up. She couldn't let Fluttershy escape. She wouldn't let Fluttershy escape. Celestia heard Luna's shout coming from a few hallways over. She knew that Luna must have been right behind Fluttershy. She also knew that Luna was furious, and the last time she was this mad, ponies got hurt. A lot of ponies got hurt. Some guards were still recovering at the time. Celestia needed to get to Fluttershy and her sister before someone got injured, or worse. As she tried down the hallway in search of a corridor connecting them, she realized something. Fluttershy wasn't necessarily the one in danger.
Oh, this is hopeless!
Pinkie Pie shouted to no one in particular as she walked back into the main party room. After Pinkie Pie turned back to find another way to stop Fluttershy, she ended up walking back the way she came. By the time she thought of going back, it was too late. There would be no way she could catch up to the rest of them. Pinkie took a deep breath and slumped down in the chair, just waiting for someone to show up. The longer she sat in the chair, the more tired she grew. It just dawned on her that she had been up for almost 24 hours and hadn't even thought about sleeping. At first, she gave in to the drowsiness, but she knew she had to stay awake in case Fluttershy came back. Sitting back up in the chair to prevent herself from sleeping, Pinkie's ears perked up at the rapid hoofsteps coming down the hall. Stop right there! Pinkie could hear Luna shout from the same direction. Quickly, Pinkie Pie got out of her seat to help Luna stop Fluttershy. Pinkie Pie began running towards the hallway just as Fluttershy was entering the room. Fluttershy's eyes went wide as she saw the pink pony bolting towards her, and so Fluttershy began running towards the opposite side of the room. Just as Fluttershy was about to get away again, Applejack and Celestia entered the room from 2 other hallways, blocking Fluttershy's exits. It's over, Fluttershy. We have you surrounded, Luna panted as she slowed to a stop.
Stay away from me!
Fluttershy shouted, her eyes darting from one pony to another.
Calm down, Sugar Cube. We just need to talk to you,
Applejack said, trying to calm the Pegasus.
No! Stay back!
Fluttershy shouted as she was being backed into a corner. Fluttershy, calm down. It's all right, Celestia said in a soothing voice. Fluttershy was about to speak again when a nearby light switch caught her eye.
I said stay away!
She screamed as she clicked off the light. What followed was 4 ponies simultaneously shouting,
No!
A moment of silence, then 5 ponies screaming in horror. Luna flew from the room with a sliver of energy she still had left. The killer was going to strike then. It was the perfect time. Luna was so scared she was even shouting in her equestrian voice with the old equestrian vernacular. Sun Pony, get the outside now! She screamed, still flying through the castle. As she flew, she noticed that it was getting harder to fly due to her exhaustion, and she began to lose control. The princess turned a corner and noticed a suit of armor on display at the end of it. However, that was about all she noticed as she flew straight into the sidewall along the way. She then fell to the floor and slid into a dust-covered suit of armor, causing the dust to fill the air around her. The armor shook in place as Luna began to cough and wipe the dirt off of her face. Someone get this dust and salt off of me! Luna shouted, still speaking in the old equestrian vernacular. Then her eyes widened as she remembered the poem. Bit the dust, she thought to herself. She then looked back up to the suit of armor. The suit of armor shook and rattled because of the collision, and Luna knew it was too late to move. Piece by piece, the armor came tumbling down on top of her. The heavy iron plating caused the armor to crush her fragile wings and injure the rest of her. She tried to move, but found that the armor was too heavy and kept her in place. Then she looked up to see the final piece of armor falling off of the stand. The final piece was the right hoof, holding a gleaming iron sword. The sword fell straight down to Luna, blade parallel with the ground. With one final moment, Luna closed her eyes as the blade sliced through her back, quickly and cleanly. The sword fell to the ground with a loud crash as Luna's body went limp, still crushed under the armor.
Five little ponies, 2 did from a door. A pony bit the dust, and then there were 4.
sorry. I need to do you separately.
I went strictly to Apple Bloom. My bad. Okay, that's alright. That's alright. Just do Applejack. Just do apple butter. Okay?
Fuck.
Alright. I agree. Plus, if one of us turns out to be sorry. I messed up my line. I'm good. Let's do this. Let's get her done. Get her done, little ponies. Get her done, little ponies. Oh, yeah. Okay. Not doing that. Okay. Woo! We're doing it. We're doing it. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No killing here tonight. Oh, killing here tonight. Oh, no killing here tonight. You're gonna get nerfed, bitch. Oh, hey. Finding Nemo, I'm sorry. Anyway. Fluttershy, you better not be the damn killer, I swear to Jesus. Fluttershy, you better get your bitch ass out here before I come in after you. Man, this little bitch got lost in here. Man, she's so soft-spoken, we couldn't even hear her if we tried. Luna, help me fuck. I almost said fit this up. Like, does this fit? Does this make my butt look big? Like, I mean, this coat looks very fancy. Like, I could mow the lawn with this. Mow the lawn? I mean, I am a farmer, so... Damn it. Anyway. Fucking bitch-ass coats! No wonder Rarity's so strong.
Yo, you know it.
Bitch-ass motherfucker.
And you said it was easy.
If you're running, that means you're guilty of something! No! Damn, what is it with people turning off the damn lights? Like, it's hard to see the bitch! Ah! Hi! Am I scaring you, kid? Nah, I'm just freaking you out, huh? I love my little kitty cat. My little kitty cat.
That's right! Ow! I just punched myself in the face! That's okay. Flesh wound. It's okay. I'll wear it with pride. Let's get it started! Yeah. Let's get it started! Yeah.
Pinkie Pie!
Sorry. Fluttershy! Sorry, had a frog in my throat. Fluttershy! I've got cookies! I've got cake!
Where the hell are you keeping all this shit?
None of your business! Fluttershy!
Fuck. Can you not? Can you not, Kit? Can you not? Like, if you go get in that window, you better get in there now. Bruh. Okay.
Do you think she made it out?
Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Mada. No. Stop it. Kit, do me a favor and get in the window. Just get in the window, okay? Just get in there and shush! Thank you. Anyways. Motherfucker. Okay.
Did anyone else hear that? Ah! I almost dropped my phone. Sorry!
You had a phone this whole time and you didn't call 911?
Well, we don't exactly have phone towers. Do we even have phones, cell phones, for that matter?
Yes, we do!
Then how do we dial it?
None of your business!
Geez, sorry.
The one person who asks about logic is the one person who breaks the fourth wall to begin with.
I was just curious. Thank you. And my voice cracked. Thank you for that, too. Anyways, as I was saying... Oh, this is hopeless!
I have no comment for that.
Good! Mind your business, okay? Mind your business! Oh, this is hopeless!
Well, Pinkie Pie, it would help if you didn't fall asleep.
Huh? Did you say something?
Never mind. It's like talking to a child.
Excuse you! I happen to be in my 20s! I'm not sure exactly when in my 20s, but I happen to be there. Somewhere.
Good to know, kid. Good to know.
Ah! Not again!
God damn it, Pinkie Pie, you scream like a motherfucker.
Excuse me. It says scream in horror, not scream at the lightest tone you cannot possibly think about.
Don't get smart with me. I know how to fuck you up in multiple different ways.
I hope it's a good way.
Fucking bitch! This is why I can never take you anywhere.
Come on. Here. I'm sorry, Fluffy. No, stay away! No, stay back. Stay back. I just wanted to Pinkie Pie again.
Hello, voice crack. Hold on. Let me try that again. I'm gonna do my best to scream as Lumina. She's a bit higher than Celestia, so it might be a bit easier, but I'm going to try. Ah! That's not convincing at all. Sounds more like a yell in pain than a scream. Ah! I'm gonna try. God. Not good. That sounds more like a Diamond Tiara scream. Okay, another screaming line. Okay, here we go. Get some more water. Water.
Breathe. Begin the screaming in agony now. Do it. Just do it.